Hi there, my name is Samuel and welcome back to another video, and today we shall be taking a look at the set 71703 Stormfighter Battle, which does contain 165 pieces, 3 minifigures, and this did originally retail for £25, $30 and €30, and this is a 4+ set. And yeah, this is actually a set from last year, which I actually put off because I really didn't care. Like, honestly, it is just, it's an atrocious thing, like, not gonna lie. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but like, that doesn't, like, that's not canon, so I don't really care. This, I don't care. Got the 2019 model, that's great. And that, yeah, I do care. That can actually fit in like that. I'll most probably like, well, that'll be easier to display. Like, if I have to go, like, if I run out of space, that and that will be gone in storage. That I will keep out. So yeah, that is what I think. So now let's take a look at the minifigures and the build itself. So taking a look at the minifigures on my left, you can see we have Kai and we have Jay and we have Alasha, and it is so annoying. Why do we keep getting these legacy figures? I really like these outfits, but I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't really like them. Not in the sense of they're bad. I just don't like the fact that they're repetition, and like they're just getting so repetitious and they're getting quite boring now. So yeah, they're great figures, but I feel like it kind of ruins it for me, the fact that they have been redone so many times. But there you can see all of their printing, which honestly, it is the same. Like, you've seen these printing tons of times before. You can see their printing there. You can see his there. And then Lasha, honestly, he's pretty cool. But then again, he's been reused as well in the mags and everything. So it's definitely annoying just how the fact that they just keep reusing them. Like, seriously, like, what is the thing with reusing them? Here you can see these figures, which honestly I think look pretty awesome. You can see their front printing again here. It looks pretty cool, I have to admit. I like the look of it. And yeah, these, like I said, are literally just the same. So if we move them to the back, you can see their face prints there. You can see Lasha's, which I have to admit is pretty cool. I do like Lasha's figure. I think he is done pretty well. And then moving on to the back, you can see that they have printing there. There you can see Lasha's, there you can see and Jay and Kai's, which is pretty cool. And then again, looking at that, you can see that we have that weapon piece, and that is what the figures of this set. Which, taking a look at the Stormfighter itself, which this is the name of the set, the actual main focus, you can see what it looks like here, which honestly, this is such a weird build. Like, honestly, look at this thing. It just looks really weird. Not as bad as like the X-Wing 4+ set, but honestly, it looks weird. The way that you got like this gap here, you got some gap at the back. It definitely feels like they haven't exactly tried their hardest, I want to say, with it. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I can tell that they've done, it's done well, yeah, but I feel like they definitely could have done a bit better at filling in the gaps. Just, yeah, they easily could have filled in the gaps a little bit better, I would say. So yeah, that is definitely disappointing to see that they haven't tried that. And maybe a new piece that might have worked better, sort of like the Electromech. But yeah, this, it looks okay, don't get me wrong. Wow, why is he so dusty? I don't even know. But anyway, there you can see that printing, which honestly is pretty cool. But then again, I understand that this is for a younger audience, but still as a collector, I do collect these, of course, as it is Ninjago. But yeah, that is basically it for the Stormfighter. There's not really much else to show. You have the wings, and that is the base piece, which honestly is pretty cool. But actually, sorry, there is actually a feature. They actually did, yes, add the feature, which actually that is kind of impressive. It looks even terrible. It literally looks like a rocket missile with that, but honestly, I think it's impressive. Like, it's really impressive that the fact they've actually kept the main feature in. So that, I don't dislike that at all. I think that's great. The effort there is really good that they've added the feature in. But I mean, I feel like they definitely could have done better though with this in certain areas. I think it's mainly just the cockpit area. They could at least added a 1x1. I know they're smaller parts, or a 1x, yeah, I guess a 1x2 and some tiles would have worked perfectly fine. But there you can see the interior, which honestly looks okay. You can see that we have the little shield part there, which is pretty cool with all the printing. I do like the look of that. And this actually, again, so this is another feature. It's quite a lot of features. You can tell that you actually, well, you hide these little sipes in there, which I think is a pretty neat feature. But yeah, this, I think, is a good build. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they could have done a lot better. And definitely the 2019 version, and even the original 2012 version is better. So yeah, let's look at the next build, which, taking a look at this build here, you can see that this is like the Shrine little focus build, which honestly looks okay. It looks okay. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's not bad, but I mean, I don't really care for it. I'm not going to lie about that either. Looking at the front, you can see that we have these column parts, which look pretty cool. They're on jumper plates, and this is so interesting. There is a minifigure plate in red. The CMF stand in red. I don't understand. We've had it in white. We've had it in black. We've had it in, I think there's another colour, orange. We've had it, I think they're the only ones that we've had it in. Light to grey. We've had it in all of these, but we've never actually had it in this one. So that honestly is really cool. So that yeah, I really like the look of that. Maybe Looney Tunes, actually, we'll get it in another colour. That could be really cool. But the idea is that those are actually flags. So the idea is that you can literally pop them off and do that. So that honestly is pretty cool. I like the fact that you can do that. And yeah, that honestly looks pretty cool. You can see that we have the sword here, which honestly, I really like the look of that. I think it just works pretty well there. It does look okay, I have to admit. This area, don't get me wrong, it looks quite clean built. But still, I just don't like the fact it's like, you know, it just doesn't really make sense. And out of all the 4+, like, they could have made a better set, mate. Well, definitely, they could have easily made, like, a set that's more accurate, thrown in an exclusive figure. For example, they could have done one on the island and made, like, one of the village huts or something like that. Would have been really neat. But there you can see that, or the gel cell, there you can see that gel cell, which is pretty cool. And you can just, like, throw one of the minifigures in there, which looks pretty cool. You can shut the door on him as well. Gotta make sure you get that in there. But yeah, you can do that, which honestly is pretty cool. You can tell that we have this part up here. And yeah, it looks okay. Then this crate, we actually do have a crate over here, which looking in the crate, we actually have more weapons, which we actually have shurikens there. I couldn't exactly remember what we had there, but yeah, we have shurikens, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that is what this set looks like, and it gets so dusty. I don't know what it is. These sets with the bigger molds, it's just like they get a lot more dust and stuff in the actual mold, which honestly is a nightmare. But yeah, that is what this looks like, which honestly, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but like, I just don't really care because it's not accurate and it just doesn't make sense. Now let's look at the best build of the set, which, no, my apologies, I forgot we have these other two little builds, which, you know, they look okay. They're just little fire parts, which is pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the actual really awesome thing. Though this isn't canon, this is by far the best part of the set, in my opinion. I think it looks actually really awesome. I like the wheels are there. I think it looks really cool. The contrast is quite funny. But yeah, I think this is a really good set. Nevertheless, I do like the look of this quite a lot. You can see that we have the snake head there with the eye, which I think is pretty awesome. You can see that with the nose and just everything else. I think it looks really neat, I have to admit. You can see that we have the body printing there. And yeah, this set, honestly, I think it just looks really cool. And this is by far the standout of the set, in my opinion. We can see the control panel there, which you have to admit is pretty cool. Like I always say, I don't know, I just like it. I think it's classic, but I think it's quite a good piece, I have to admit. And you can see that we have the towel there, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think this honestly is a really awesome like build. Like, it's just a good build, and you can like press that in and it fires it out, and you could have another figure there. So technically you could fit two of these, which is pretty cool. And if you wanted to fire something, you can of course fire something. So if we wanted to, okay, let's try and hit this, we can sort of knock that over, and it sort of moved it a tad. But there you can see that without that, which honestly, again, I think this is pretty cool. And it does use that massive brick slab as the base, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that is this set. Now let's put it all back together and talk about my final thoughts. Overall, I think this is an okay set. It's not great, it's not perfect, but it's not completely terrible. It is an okay set. Map build is really awesome. That I don't care for. That I don't care for. And it'll be one of those sets. This stuff has to go in stories, which inevitably that mostly will happen. I'm sorry, but that lot is going. It will just be that. Just like literally just imagine that. That is literally all that would be left. And even that, after a while, might go. So, yeah, that's kind of what I think of this set. It's an alright set, but this, I think, compared to the Electromech, I don't know. I think, as I said in the Electromech, I think I do prefer that one a bit more, because it is at least something really different with the molds, where this doesn't really have anything. So I think this is the worst Ninjago set, quite possibly. So, yeah, that is quite an interesting thing. So, thank you for watching this video. Do you think this is the worst? Do you think the Electromech one is worse? Leave your thoughts, share them in the comments section down below, and until tomorrow's video, see you there, bye for now.